Queen Elizabeth National Park, QENP, is in the western region of Uganda, spanning the districts of Kases, Kamwenje, Rubirizi, and Rukungiri. The park is approximately 400 kilometers, 250 miles, by road southwest of Kampala, Uganda's capital and largest city. The city of Kases lies to the northeast of the park, while the town of Rubirizi is to the southeast. The park adjoins Kyambura Game Reserve to the east, which itself adjoins the Kigezi Game Reserve, including the Maramagambo Forest, and thus the Kibale National Park to the northeast. The Virunga National Park in the Democratic Republic of the Congo lies across the border to the west. Together, these protected places completely encircle Lake Edward. The Rwenzori Mountains National Park in Uganda lies not far to the northwest. Confusingly, during the 1970s and 1980s, Western conservationists usually referred to the park as Rwenzori National Park. QENP occupies an estimated 1,978 square kilometers, 764 square miles. The park is known for its abundant wildlife, including African elephant, African buffalo, Ugandan kob, hippopotamus, topi, waterbuck, warthog, giant forest hog, Nile crocodile, leopard, spotted hyena, chimpanzee, and lion. Overall, the park is home to 95 mammal species and over 600 bird species. The area around Ishisha in Rukungiri district is famous for its tree-climbing lions, whose males often sport black manes. In 2020, Uganda Wildlife Authority Executive Director Samuel John Mwandha stated that the wildlife in park has been increasing in the last 5 years. Queen Elizabeth National Park spans the equator line, monuments on either side of the road marking the exact spot where it crosses latitude 00. The park was founded in 1952 as Kazinga National Park and renamed 2 years later to commemorate a visit by Queen Elizabeth II of England. The park is home to over 95 mammal species and over 600 bird species. The Katwe explosion craters mark the park's highest point at 1,350 m above sea level, while the lowest point is at 910 m, at Lake Edward. Queen Elizabeth National Park is understandably Uganda's most popular tourist destination. The park's diverse ecosystems, which include sprawling savanna, shady, humid forests, sparkling lakes, and fertile wetlands, make it the ideal habitat for a classic big game, 10 primate species including chimpanzees, and over 600 species of birds. Set against the backdrop of the jagged Rwenzori Mountains, the park's magnificent vistas include dozens of enormous craters carved dramatically into rolling green hills, panoramic views of the Kazinga Channel with its banks lined with hippos, buffalo, and elephants, and the endless Ishisha Plains, whose fig trees hide lions ready to pounce on herds of unsuspecting Uganda kob. As well as its outstanding wildlife attractions, Queen Elizabeth National Park has a fascinating cultural history. There are many opportunities for visitors to meet the local communities and enjoy storytelling, dance, music, and more. The gazetting of the park has ensured the conservation of its ecosystems, which in turn benefits the surrounding communities. Most of Queen Elizabeth comprises open grassland and savanna which tends to be moist and woody in the west than the eastern part. Thorny acacia dominates the savanna habitat with the high concentration of candelabra shrub, a cactus that grows along the Kazinga Channel and on the Kazenai Plains. Queen Elizabeth supports at least 95 species of mammals. It boasts of 20 carnivores like the lion, leopards, side-stripped jackal and spotted hyena among others. QENP, together with the adjacent Virunga National Park, was designated as a lion conservation unit by the IUCN in 2006. The area is also considered a potential lion stronghold in Central Africa, if poaching is curbed and prey species are allowed to recover. The resident lion population, including hyenas and leopards, are actively monitored by the Uganda Carnivore Program and the Uganda Wildlife Authority through the use of radio collars and other conservation initiatives. The park is also famous for its volcanic features, including volcanic cones and deep craters, many with crater lakes, such as the Katwe craters, from which salt is extracted. Services in the park include a telecenter run by Conservation through Public Health. Queen Elizabeth National Park is one of Uganda's most popular tourist destinations, annually receiving one of the highest number of visitors of any of the country's national parks. Popular activities include chimp tracking in Kyambura Gorge, boat cruises, guided game drives including to view tree climbing lions in the Ishisha sector, night drives and nature walks. Visitors can also go on a lion experience with the Uganda Carnivore Program, with proceeds going toward carnivore conservation. Tourists visiting Queen Elizabeth National Park make a 7 hours 30 minutes drive from Kampala to reach the park. The park is also connected by daily domestic flights from Entebbe International Airport, which land at Mwea Airstrip, Kiahi Airstrip, and Cases Airstrip. Tourist accommodations at the park include a range of lodges and tented camps. Queen Elizabeth National Park is the most popular savanna park in Uganda and the best place to see lions, including the tree-climbing lions, making it the perfect destination for a Uganda wildlife safari. It prides in a great diversity of habitats that include lakes, savanna grasslands, forests, and wetlands that serve as home to the biggest variety of large mammals in the country. Where is Queen Elizabeth National Park located? One would wonder where Queen Elizabeth National Park is located. Well, it is found in the western part of Uganda, laying between Lakes Gorge and Albert, with the Kazinga Channel crossing through its 700 sq-mile land area. The park was named after the Queen of England in 1954 following her visit. Wildlife in Queen Elizabeth National Park. The park is home to 618 bird species, which is the 6th highest diversity in the world and the highest in Africa, making it a perfect destination for Uganda birding safaris, in addition to 10 primate species like chimpanzees and 95 mammals including big game. Attractions in Queen Elizabeth National Park. Tree climbing lions, with just 2 populations of these unique lions in the whole world. Explore the southern Ishisha sector to track these lions commonly seen up in the fig and acacia trees. The Kazinga Channel. This natural water channel connects Lakes Albert and Gorge and is home to a large number of hippos, Nile crocodiles, elephants, and hippos, which can easily be seen on the thrilling Kazinga boat ride Kazenai Plains. These plains are popularly visited by tourists on a Uganda wildlife safari, as they are home to a very large number of antelopes, the Uganda cobs, lions, and several large predators. Kalinzo Forest. This offers very rewarding chimpanzee tracking experiences, and it is located on the southeastern corner of the park. The Kyambura Gorge. This verdant forested 100-meter deep valley with peculiar is home to a large number of primates and popular for chimpanzee tracking tours in Uganda. Mwea Peninsular. This is a stretch of land that protrudes into Lake Edwards, is commonly visited during game drives as it offers perfect game views while exploring the various game tracks. Lake Katwe Salt Works. Within the alkaline Lake Katwe, salt mining works have been ongoing for several years, since that is the main economic activity in the area. Consequently, a large number of tourists visit here to learn and observe the traditional method of salt mining. The Katwe Explosion Crater Lakes. These lakes, found in the northern part, are found on the highest elevation of the park. From here tourists enjoy sweeping views of the Ruwenzori mountain ranges, the western Rift Valley escarpments, and Lakes George and Edward. How to get to Queen Elizabeth National Park. The park is located about 389 kilometers from the capital Kampala and can be accessed with or by road on a 6h 30 minutes drive via Masaka Road or by a charter flight. Where to stay. Accommodation. With a wide variety to lodges, campsites, hotels and tented camps, Queen Elizabeth National Park offers accommodation for everyone, like the Ishisha Wilderness Camp. Queen Elizabeth National Park, irrespective of your budget, and these range from luxury, mid-range to budget facilities. Check out our most recommended accommodations in Queen Elizabeth National Park for more information on each facility. Best time to visit Queen Elizabeth National Park. The dry season that runs from January to February and from June to September is considered the best time to visit, with the peak safari time in Uganda being from June to September, while migratory species arrive in August to December, and March to May, offering the best birding time. What more does Uganda offer? Most tourists who come to Uganda visit more than one destination. You can combine your Queen Elizabeth Safari with gorilla trekking safaris in Bwindi, or tour Murchison Falls National Park. For relaxation after your wildlife safari, you can visit these islands, but if you are more interested in adventure, take on rafting on the Nile, chimpanzee trekking in Kibale, Ruwenzori Mountains climbing and Mount Elgon hike. Uganda Safari Tour Operators. To best enjoy your safari in Queen Elizabeth National Park, you are highly advised to book your tour through a good tour operator. Check through our list or recommended tour operators who will help you handle all your safari-related reservations like accommodation, transport, and activities. Most safari companies do arrange Tanzania safari tours, Kenya safaris and Rwanda trips. Queen Elizabeth National Park is located about 410 km/255 mi west of Kampala. The direct drive takes at least 7 to 8 hours, but your itinerary will most likely include some parks on the way. It is also possible to fly to any of the nearby airstrips of Cases, Mwea, or Kiahi, for Ishasha, by scheduled or chartered aircraft from Entebbe International Airport, Eb, or Kajansi Airfield near Kampala. You will enter Uganda at Entebbe International Airport, Eb, about 46 km/29 mi from Kampala, the capital city. Generally, your tour operator will arrange for your pickup from the airport, and organize any further transportation required as part of your safari package. Queen Elizabeth National Park is located in the southwestern region of Uganda along the border of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It is Uganda's most visited national park. Many visitors will combine a trip to the park with excursions to Murchison Falls National Park or gorilla trekking. The national park includes the Maramagambo Forest area while sharing borders with the Kyambura Game Reserve, the Kigezi Game Reserve, and the Kibale National Park in Uganda. As noted above, it also shares a border with Virunga National Park of the DRC. Queen Elizabeth National Park covers an area of 764 square miles, 1,978 square kilometers. The park stretches between Lake Edward in the south up to Lake George in the north, with the two lakes being connected by the Kazinga Channel. The elevation fluctuates from 2,985 to 4,560 feet, 910 to 1,390 m, above sea level. The ecosystems are diverse and feature acacia savanna, tropical high forests, salt lakes, savanna grasslands, tundra, and wetlands. The lakes are actually partly salt, and the two most famous ones are Lake George and Lake Edward. The landscapes feature the rugged Ruwenzori Mountains as the background, with remarkable craters nestled into the foothills below the mountains. Visitors are also provided for panoramic lookouts over the Kazinga Channel and surrounding plains. The banks of the rivers are frequented by buffalo, elephants, and other ungulates. Hippos blanket the river waters, and crocodiles are frequently basking on the sandy shorelines. Of course, the densely forested areas make it easy for hiding lion and leopards who wait for victims who come to quench their thirst. Although the national park is a coveted destination for viewing wildlife, it also offers visitors with aesthetically beautiful landscapes of volcanic cones, craters, and crater lakes. Some of the more popular wildlife includes lion, buffalo, leopard, elephant, chimpanzee, hippo, and crocodile. The park is home to over 95 mammalian species and over 600 bird species. Because of the array of bird species, Queen Elizabeth National Park is renowned for birdwatchers. Thank you for watching this video.